Let your mind out. Let your stress out. When you don't have someone physically to talk to, there's someone spiritually out there listening to you. Speak to them. And I promise you, after a while, your own thoughts will give you right feedback. Yo, what's good, Low Life family? It's your boy Malik. Welcome to the Low Life YouTube channel. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you've been here before, just do the same thing, fam. Today I just want to talk about something quick, real quick, and that's you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith that things are gonna get better. You gotta have faith that things are already good, and just understand that God has a plan for you. This episode right here, it's gonna be a little different because on the real, I'm not the most religious person. I don't go to church like I should. I don't read the Bible like I should. But one thing I do is talk to God, talk to Jesus, talk to whoever is up there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in my life, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I've had plenty of ups and downs when it came to religion, just my spirituality. There was a point in my life where I was diving into the Bible and just trying to learn as much as I can, watching videos, Darius Daniels, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to fill my mind with a bunch of stuff that was interesting to me. But at the time, I feel like my mental health wasn't at the point where it needed to be, and I truly couldn't understand everything that was being said to me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to process it. And now, you know what I'm saying? I feel as if I'm getting closer with God in my own personal sense. I still don't feel like going to church. I don't think that that's just for me. And picking up the Bible is something I'm about to start doing again. But just church, personally, I'd rather keep my faith to myself, keep it personal, and just keep striving for my success. You know what I'm saying? I know they say it's good to have a community, and I hope one day I'll be able to have a community and just go somewhere. But personally, like, it's just not for me right now. But what I will say is that my faith has grown over the years. I remember there was a time where, or to be specific, 2019, I wasn't really religious back then. Still to this day, probably the same thing. But 2019, my grandfather passed away. And it really made me mad at God. It was the first real passing in my family, and it made me feel like, why the fuck would you take him now? Like, there was so much more things I had to learn, so much more memories we had to share, but he left so soon. And like I said, I was just angry. I was so angry at God. And it took me a minute to really, understand that's just life. People die, time goes on, and that there's a plan for it. It was written. And so, to this day, I question a lot of things in this life. I question my faith. But one thing I don't question is God's goodness. I know plenty of times where I was down bad, family. And all I really had was God. And I'm not saying, I'm somewhere here preaching like, Jesus. Nah, like, that wasn't me. I was more so just like, yo, God, I got some things in my mind, dealing with a lot, and I need your help. And just talking to him how I talk to y'all, very open, very vulnerable. I feel like that allowed me to heal a lot of things from the inside. And I'm not going to go too deep into it. Maybe later on in another video, I'll let y'all know about my mental health and my whole story with that. But I will say that the more I've talked to him, the more I've felt secure in myself. The more I felt like, okay, life is going to be okay. The more I felt like, you know what, Malik, don't worry about it. At the end of the day, everything's going to be good. So yeah, family, I'm not trying to come on here and make y'all religious or make y'all believe in God. Because honestly, like I said, I'm not the most religious person myself. But I will say, y'all should try to speak to a higher power. Whatever higher power you think is up there. Or just speak to the wind. Let your mind out. Let your stress out. When you don't have someone physically to talk to, there's someone spiritually out there listening to you. Speak to them. And I promise you, after a while, your own thoughts will give you right feedback. Once you just give yourself a second to, breathe, calm down, get your thoughts out. So yeah, family, like I said, I want this to be a real quick and short one, but the main message here is to have faith and speak to a higher power. It doesn't have to be God, it doesn't have to be Jesus, it can be Allah. Like I said, I'm not too good at this religion stuff, so if my terminology is off, I apologize. But I will say, just speak. And I promise you somebody's listening. And just have faith. Because I promise you, after a while, you'll see everything that whoever you believe in is doing for you. Now, on this YouTube journey, I hope to let y'all in more let y'all in more about my religious journey and what I feel like I'm gonna do with that. But for now, I will say I hope y'all had a good time. You know what I mean? I love y'all. Keep faith. Be strong. And in this low life family, it's all love. So appreciate y'all. Have a nice night.